I'm sorry, but nothing compares to some of the classic cartoons that we used to have. Like, I feel sorry for kids nowadays. The cartoons now aren't nearly as good as the ones I had growing up. But if they're lucky enough, they can probably catch a rerun of the show and enjoy it that way. Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan, and today I'm bringing you the top 10 kids cartoons we need to bring back now. But before we begin, here's a little disclaimer. There are so many good cartoons out there, but unfortunately I can't name them all. I only have room for 10. But stay tuned to the end where I shout out some honorable mentions. Starting off this countdown, we have The Replacements. This show is about Riley and Todd, two siblings who were born and raised in an orphanage. Then one day they ordered a phone which allowed them to replace any person or animal in their life. So they ended up getting a super spy mom and a daredevil dad. Then whenever they see someone they don't like, for example a really strict librarian, they can use their phone to replace the person with someone else. But as a result, something bad always happens and then they have to try and fix it. Pretty cool concept. I remember wishing I had that phone. This show is talked about a lot, saying that it had so much potential and it ended far too quickly. In our ninth spot, we have What's with Andy. I don't know how popular this show was in your childhood, as it was a Canadian show, and I don't know if it ended up airing outside of Canada, but here it was pretty popular. If you haven't seen it, then there you go. It's a new show for you to binge watch while in quarantine. While you're at it, please listen to the theme song. It's super catchy and Andy can spit bars. Whoa, whoa, what's with Andy? Whoa, whoa, what's with Andy? It's so good. Anyways, this show surrounds 12-year-old Andy Larkin, who refers to himself as the greatest prankster on Earth. Throughout the show, he pulls numerous elaborate pranks on the town's residents. Some of these pranks include Andy pantsing the entire school, pretending he was dead, which results in him almost getting buried alive, and convincing people that an entire committee is made up of zombies. His pranks are endless and hilarious. And I have no clue why some episodes were not banned from TV. Like, they definitely got away with a lot. Moving on to number 8, we have 16. This show aired from 2004 to 2010 and it was a teen sitcom. It followed the lives of 6 16-year-old friends and mainly took place in a massive mall. Each character had their own quirky personality trait, like Jude, who was a typical skater dude and probably a stoner, or Nikki, who had a more edgy appearance and is pretty sarcastic. The show was actually funny and definitely had adult humor hidden in it. This show made me excited to become a teenager. Now in 2018 the show did have a short reunion, but not in the typical way. The show came back and was poking fun at modern day society. Like Caitlyn is excited because she made the list of top 20,000 influencers under 20. Then the episode goes on being a huge PSA to try and get American viewers to vote. That episode was definitely uncensored, addressing political issues and racism. But it definitely made fans miss the show. In our 7th spot, we have Kim Possible. Kim Possible. Our basic average girl here to save the world. You can't catch it cause it's Kim Possible. First off, the theme song is a jam. It's super catchy. Now, Kim Possible was the second animated series to premiere on Disney Channel and it was a huge success. The show followed Kim Possible, a high school student who is also a spy, and her friend and love interest, Ron Stoppable. And how can we forget about Rufus, Ron's cute little naked mole rat friend. This team then goes on to defeat supervillains like Dr. Draken and Shigo, or Draken. It's been so long I can't even remember how to pronounce his name. However, after 65 episodes, it got cancelled. But fans were outraged, and a petition went around for the show to come back. As a result, it did come back for cancellation and received a 4th season. After that, they tried to make a live-action version of it. Didn't go so well. So let's just bring back the original show, please. Maybe I should start another petition. Who's with me? In our 6th spot, we have Recess. Recess follows the lives of a group of friends consisting of 4 boys and 2 girls. It then explores their life at their school and everyone's favorite thing about school, recess. But their recess is a bit more different. These kids created their own mini society with a government and their own rules. This show, much like the other ones, is filled with hilarious characters that are actually quite relatable. Like, I'm sure everyone had a teacher that resembled the grouchy Miss Finster, and we for sure all knew a kid that was just like Randall. Now, Disney canceled this show just because they wanted new shows. Sounds like a lame reason to cancel a show, but it happens all the time. It's just sad. We're now at our 5th and halfway mark with Totally Spies. Basically a kid-friendly version of Charlie's Angels. So this show aired from 2001 to 2014 and surrounds 3 girls, Sam, Alex, and Clover. They work as spies for the World Organization of Human Protection. Their job is to solve crimes and catch vengeful criminals. Each character has distinct personality traits. Sam is the smart, logical thinker that is seen in the green catsuit, Alex is the sporty tomboy and wears the yellow catsuit, and Clover is the blonde that loves boys, fashion, and shopping, and she's in the red catsuit. The 3 band together with their leader Jerry to solve these mysteries. It honestly follows a similar format to Martin Mystery, and they even had a crossover episode. Martin Mystery, missed that show too. A lot of fans have said it was their favorite show, it was interesting, and they continue to beg for them to bring it back. In our 4th spot, we have Phineas and Ferb, another show with an amazing, catchy theme song. I'm sure we all know it off by heart, I do. Phineas and Ferb aired from 2007 to 2015 and had some well-known actors doing the voices, like Ashley Tisdale as Candace and Alison Stoner as Isabella, Mitchell Musso as Jeremy, and Thomas Brody Sangster as Ferb. Now, this show had tons of lovable characters like the clumsy Dr. Doofenshmirtz and his constant rivalry with Perry the Platypus. Then you have Phineas and Ferb, who make each day of summer an adventure. And of course, the tattletailing Candace. Like each episode, you know what's going to happen. They go on an adventure, Perry encounters Dr. Doofenshmirtz that doesn't recognize him unless he has his spy hat on. Candace tries to get her brothers in trouble, but ends up always failing. Even though this always happens, the show never gets old and brings us on a different adventure each time. Although the show is cancelled, Disney Plus released a new movie on their streaming service called Phineas and Ferb, the movie, Candace Against the Universe, where Phineas and Ferb have to rescue their sister from aliens. We have Danny Phantom. He's gonna catch 'em all cause he's Danny Phantom. He's gonna catch 'em all cause he's Danny Phantom. Anyone else have a crush on Danny Phantom as a kid? Don't lie. I did. The backstory of Danny Phantom is perfectly explained in the opening theme song. He was just a regular boy whose parents built a strange machine that wasn't working until Danny went inside of it. When he did this, his molecules were all rearranged. This turned him into a half-ghost with powers. He then uses his ability to defeat escape ghosts that threaten his hometown. When Danny Phantom was cancelled, fans were outraged. In fact, fans in New York stood outside the Nickelodeon studios and started picketing. They held signs that said, "Bring Danny Phantom back." Butch Hartman, the creator of Danny Phantom, even said he received 20,000 emails in one day asking for the show to be brought back and saying how much they loved it. Who knows, maybe in the future they will bring Danny back. We can only hope. In our 2nd spot, we have Gravity Falls. This show has a huge fan base and following. The show is about 2 twin siblings, Dipper and Maybelle Pines. They visit their great uncle Stan, who runs a shop in Gravity Falls, for their summer. Although they think summer is going to be boring, it's quite the opposite when Dipper finds a journal in the woods which reveals the secrets of the town. The show lasted 2 seasons before it ended. Now, the creator of the series stated that the show didn't get cancelled. Instead, it was his choice to finish the series. He said he always wanted Gravity Falls to be a limited series about one epic summer. A series with a beginning, middle, and end. he didn't want it to go on endlessly. Like, you know how some shows, they just ramble on and they start to lose their original intentions. So I mean, I respect his decision for that, but it would still be nice to have another season. And in our number 1 spot, we have Fillmore. As a kid, I was obsessed with mysteries. I mean, I still am. I love mystery shows and movies, but this particular show made me want to become a detective when I was older. So Fillmore was a cartoon that aired from 2002 to 2004 and was about Cornelius Fillmore and his friend Ingrid Third, who solved crimes and mysteries within their school. Looking back, the show parodies real-life crimes, but made them child-friendly. So, for example, they would have to solve cases surrounding counterfeit collector cards or illegal frog races. One of my favorite episodes was the one titled Master Stroke of Malevolence. It takes place at a museum when the lights go out, and when they come back on, somebody defaced a painting. Fillmore and Ingrid then interrogate everyone at the scene of the crime, collecting clues along the way. Or how about the episode where somebody vandalized the new school bathroom with a red marker? Seriously, the show had some good mysteries, and I love following along with the show to guess who the criminal was. And that's it for today's video. Let me know in the comments below what cartoon you want to bring back. And let's move on to our comment shoutout portion. I'll be shouting out more comments from my video Top 10 Scary Arthur Theories. Pam Smith commented, "Lindsay, I love your shirt. I have all the movies. Puppet Master. Awesome." Yes. That shirt was given to me as a gift, and I quite like it. Thank you, Chris. Little Speedster Kid commented, "Lindsay has to be the coolest person ever." Aw, thank you so much. You're probably gonna change your mind after you see me singing all those theme songs and being a complete nerd in this video, but thank you. Haley Octavian commented, "Hi Lindsay, your hair is so long and won't it get annoying because it needs even more care?" Yeah, it's really annoying, and that's why I often have it like in braids or like a ponytail, because if it's down, it like sticks to my arms and then it's like getting all frizzy, so I have to adjust it all the time. So that's why I like to wear it in a ponytail, but I love my long hair. Maybe I should cut it. Thumbs up this video if no, I'm kidding. Comment down below if I should cut my hair and dye it a funky color. No, I won't. Maybe. Who knows? And that's all for today's video. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shout out. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10 for more amazing videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and I'll see you when I see ya.